It's the most talked about question in the world. What's my purpose in life? What am I doing here? Why was I born? Well, today on Become Endless, I'll share with you a few simple ways to figure it all out. How to discover your purpose in life. Well, first of all, this is a really big topic, and a lot of people have their own definitions of purpose and their own opinions about purpose. But what I'm going to do is just give you my personal experience with discovering my own purpose. So first off, let me give you my definition of the word purpose as far as your purpose in life. My definition is purpose means the proposed assignment given to you at birth by God. Again, the proposed assignment given to you at birth by God. Now, why do I use the word propose? Well, if you look at the origin of the word purpose, back in the 1200s, 1300s, the Middle English origin, the Old French origin, the word propose is a variant of the word purpose. So that goes to show you your purpose is something that's been proposed by God. And anytime somebody proposes something to you, it's optional. However, in this case, if God is proposing a particular assignment to you, then apparently it has something to do with his original master plan. Okay, so let's get the definition one more time. The proposed assignment given to you by God. Now, we all know we have free will. We have free will to do whatever we want to do as a career. You can get married, you can have kids, you can travel the world. All that's fine, all that's cool. And God is even cool with that. But your purpose is something that he proposes to you to do in addition to everything else. And the only reason that God would, if you know that the character of God, if you study the character of God, the only reason God would propose something to you is because he wants you to contribute to everything that he's already created. Now, if God is proposing an assignment to you, then it has to be related to his creation. As far as we know, there are only 3 things that your purpose can be attached to if this is an assignment proposed by God. That's either people, the earth and the land, which is the universe, everything, or the animals. So, number 1, your purpose is directly tied to either people, the earth and the land, or the animals. All right? Everybody got that? Let's go back to the definition. The definition of purpose is the proposed assignment given to you at birth by God. One way to have more information about purpose is to know that it has to be directly tied to God's creation. His creation, the people, the earth and the land, or the animals. So that's your first clue right there to discover your purpose. It's tied to one of those 3, or it could be all 3. And if God's asking you to contribute something via an assignment, then that's to either help it, to build it, to grow it, or to do something to make it better. All right? So number 1, your purpose is tied to people, the earth or the land, or the animals. Got it? Good. All right. Number 2, the second thing you need to know to help you discover your purpose. Your purpose is most likely tied to something that makes your soul sad. Something that makes you sad. Something that pulls on your soul to a point to where you want to help it. Something that pulls on your soul to a point to where you want to change it. For a lot of people, if you look back over your life as a child, as a teenager, a lot of us were given our purpose then. You really have to look deep within, because purpose is a heart and spirit issue. You won't find your purpose looking outside. It's something inside that God already embedded in you. So it's something that pulls on your soul Every time you hear about it, or every time you see something related to it, it makes you sad to a point. And it's not just like watching the news or hearing some bad news here and there. This is something that you have been carrying all your life. That's how you know it's your purpose. It's something you are directly attached to that makes you want to get involved, to change it, or to make it better. All right? So that's number 2. It's something that makes your soul sad. It's something that causes you to action or to tears or to a point to where you say, okay, I've got to do something about this. And it's not just something that you can do and change instantly. Your purpose is something that you're involved with pretty much for a lifetime. Now, number 3 is the direct opposite of that. Is that same thing, but when you hear about it or you see something related to it where it's being taken care of, or where people are helping it, or people are building it or maintaining it, you get overwhelming joy. Your soul is full of joy. This is how you discover your purpose. It's directly tied to something that makes you sad, that you want to change, or something that makes you extremely joyful, that your whole world changes. Something comes over you when you hear about it and it's getting better and you want to be involved in it. God places this in your heart, okay? And again, it has to be directly tied to people, the earth or the land, or animals. That's why you hear about people who are doing a part of organizations to save the earth and to save the whales and to do this and to do that. You also you hear about people who are all about helping children that are in orphanages and the starving children and starving people and homeless people. And then you hear about the animals and you hear about the earth, and is directly tied to God's creation. You cannot live in your purpose outside of people, the land, the earth, or the animals. So what you need to do is think back over your life, or even just think now. What is it that you know about that's been pulling on you all your life? If you're not already living in your purpose and helping it or maintaining something in some way, that's how you discover your purpose. And if you still aren't sure about what it could be, then the only thing you have to do is just ask God to reveal it to you. So I'm going to go back to the beginning here, give you the definition of purpose. Is the proposed assignment given to you at birth by God. This assignment is separate from everything else. It's not about you. Your purpose is not about you. It is about people, the earth or the land, or the animals. It's an assignment that God has given you to contribute to his master plan. And also, a lot of people have asked me, is my career my purpose? And to that question, I'm going to have to say, not necessarily. I will say this. In some cases, you can turn your purpose into a career. But in most cases, your career will be a channel for you to facilitate your purpose, for you to live out your purpose, and for you to, in many cases, finance your purpose, especially if you're going around the world helping people and doing this and doing that. But in some cases, you will be able to take your purpose and make a career out of it. But in most cases, no. Your career is not your purpose. Your purpose is not to win a Grammy. Your purpose is not to become a teacher. Your purpose is not to be a pro athlete. If you take the teacher route, say for example, your purpose could be to destroy ignorance. And what you do, you use that profession as a teacher to channel that purpose, okay? To live out that purpose, to teach people. So keep that in mind. I do not believe your purpose is your career, and do not confuse the two, all right? As far as your career and all that other stuff, you have complete choice, that complete choice of what you do. God gave you his own assignment in addition to that. That's what you have to understand. They are two different things. This is in addition to you being here. Now, back to the definition, the proposed assignment given to you at birth by God that's related to people, the earth, the land, universe, and the animals. The reason why there's so much chaos, the reason why things are not balanced around the world when it comes to the animals and the people and the earth, global warming and the violence and the animals getting diseases and all this kind of stuff and stuff getting into food. The reason why that happens is because so many people have not discovered their purpose. Okay? If the proposed assignment that God gave you relates to the people, the earth and the land, and the animals, to help it, to maintain it, to build it, and so on, and people don't do that, then all hell breaks loose under God's creation. So it's vital that you take some time out. It's vital that you either look within to discover your purpose, take some of the keys that I gave you on this video, or just ask God to reveal it to you. Because a lot of the things that are going on wrong around the world is because people are not living in their purpose. When you live in your purpose, it's directly connected to God's creation. And if God's creation is out of whack, it's simply because people are not doing their assignment. So, there you go. I hope this helps you guys in some way, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next Become Endless.